Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am once again Random Gamer Riven, and I'd like to welcome you to another Christmas special by the Randomised Gaming team. Today we're looking at the part 4 of our 12 games of Christmas, and today we've chosen the Sega Saturn game Sonic 3D Blast, or Sonic 3D Flickies Island if you are living in Europe and Japan. Now, some of you may be aware this was also released on the Mega Drive, but we've chosen the Saturn's version, particularly because the Saturn's version not only looks a lot better than the Mega Drive version, but it also has a fantastic soundtrack by Richard Jacobs, who was a well-known Sega composer who worked a lot of the time in Sega Europe back in the 90s. In fact, just to show how wonderful his soundtrack was, this is the Rusty Ruin, I should say, soundtrack from the Second World. It's phenomenal on the Saturn. So yes, this was a Sonic game made by Traveller's Tales, and not directly made by Sonic 2. It is, however, got an interesting twist in that it was an actually nice isometric Sega Saturn and Mega Drive game, and very different to the existing Sonic games. It does break with tradition in some ways. The levels are a lot easier because you effectively have to defeat 5 enemies and then collect the little flickies captured inside them and then move on to the next section of the level. And it does play a bit differently. The controls are perhaps not as strong as other Sonic games, but you know what, for a 3D Sonic game, it's by far one of the best out there and vastly better than many of Sega's more recent Sonic outings. In fact, I'd possibly argue this is better than the 2 Dreamcast Sonic games. But why has this got such a Christmas cheer? Well, starters, the Diamond Dusk Winter's Act. Okay, so the Spring Zone acts, etc. will look a very spring feeling, but the Diamond Dusk Christmas Zone is just Christmas beautifully done. Not only does it have a fantastic soundtrack for both Zone 1 and Zone 2, which have a slightly different tweak on the same tune, and this is again all credit to Richard Jacobs with his brilliant work, but you've got snow everywhere and you've got a real Christmassy feel with a lot of the enemies, with the snowmen, the penguins. It feels very ice, but it doesn't feel... Now certainly I could have said a couple of other Sonic games such as Sonic 3 with its Ice Cap Zone, or Sonic Advance 2, which you saw we did a review earlier in the year, which has Ice Paradise Zone. Both these zones have very much an ice feel to them, but they don't feel as Christmassy. They feel much more, a bit colder, so to speak, but this feels like has a real... Diamond Dust Zone in Sonic 3D has a real sort of Christmassy feel to with how the layout and everything is, and it's just great fun to play. Now, one of the other reasons the Saturn's version is much better than the Mega Drive version is because they redid the bonus stages. As you can see here, this is the Sega Saturn bonus stage. I'm not even going to video the Mega Drive one, they just look awful. Go watch another video on YouTube on the Mega Drive. But the Saturn version had all the stages in nice 3D like Sonic 2, and they play really well. Do play a lot better than the ones they did for the original Mega Drive version. As you see here, you get 50 rings and you give it to Knuckles or Tails and they carry you off to the bonus zone. It's an enjoyable game. It's not, as I said, it's not the strongest Sonic, but this stage, every time I listen to this music, I always think of Christmas, and it just sums it up perfectly. Just a nice little section to play. It even has a large jolly man at the end of the stage. Unfortunately, unlike Santa Claus, however, Dr. Robotnik doesn't want to give the children gifts. He wants to ice up everything and capture all the flickies going, and it's up to Sonic to be the hero. But once again, it does feature Robotnik, and you have to defeat him as always. But he does look a bit like Santa Claus, Robotnik. As you see, smash smash, and Robotnik goes down pretty quickly, and then it's back on to saving the rest of the flickies dotted throughout the island. Sonic 3D, as I said, it's an enjoyable game. It's not quite perfect. It has some... The controls don't necessarily feel that great, but the Christmassy feel in this one really helps add an edge to it, and it's really nice with the snow and the enemies such as the snowman. Even if some of the snowmans explode, it's got a real Christmas charm to it, and it's certainly one to play over the Christmas period, or just head into the sound test and have some listen to the music. So if you are a Sega Saturn owner, this is definitely one to pick up. It may not be the greatest Sonic game ever made, but it's certainly one of the few Sonic games released on the Sega Saturn. And this is our 4th game of Christmas. So if you like this video, please like us, please subscribe to the channel if you like our content. And I hope you're all enjoying Christmas Eve.